And today we're doing a love reading for Capricorn, or anybody with major Capricorn placements in your chart. So this will be a reading for couples, okay? This is a relationship reading between two people. So this can sometimes be like an interrelationship reading for two people that are not in a love relationship yet. But it's absolutely between two people. So if you're looking for a singles love reading just for you by yourself, this isn't it. So if you are ready to move forward, sit back and take a deep breath. Look at these cards here. Decide for pile 1, 2, 3, or 4, starting from the left. The timestamps are down below, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. So this is going to be the Capricorn pile 1 love reading. So these are your cards. They have been, I did shuffle them so you don't have to suffer through that here, and we can get started on this quickly. I do want to say before we get started is that this is a general reading. It is not a personal reading. So just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. There are many times that there's just one little piece that comes and hits you right in the feels. And just take that one. And if the rest of it isn't yours, great. It's not yours then. So take that. If you do have something that does resonate, hit that like button for me, please. It really does help me and everything. I am a growing channel, so I would appreciate that. Let's get started. All right, so we've got the 9 of Pentacles, okay. And the Queen of Cups, the Lovers and the past energies, okay. 6 of Wands and the present energies, 8 of Pentacles and the challenge. Your energy surrounding you here, Capricorn, the Devil, interesting, okay. And then 8 of Wands for them, 6 of Cups reversed for the advice, good, okay. And then the outcome, the Moon, okay. All right. So Capricorn, okay, so just an FYI, I do always read the sign that I'm reading for right here, but if you're resonating over here, great. Go ahead. Take it whichever way it fits. So Capricorn, like how you're feeling about this relationship, you're actually pretty happy right now. You're just like, this is the best. I couldn't have asked for anything better. And I've got a distinct feeling in looking at all this stuff that you and your person have kind of been through the ringer a bit. And you've put in a lot of work with each other. And both of you have. Especially since they're coming out how they view you. I mean, they are just loving you. And they're very much about listening to their gut instinct about what's going on. Listening to their gut instinct and feeling all the feels. They're very emotional. Not necessarily in a bad way, is not what I'm trying to say. But it is an emotional, they do feel it. So, and you're pretty excited about this just because this is a really good setup for you. It feels like maybe not necessarily a reunification between you guys. It could be. But it feels like you guys went through a couple of obstacles that just really put you guys to the test. And so, because yeah, in the past here we have the Lovers card. So the thing is, the Lovers card is all about making that choice. You've got a fork in the road. You can go this way or you can go that way. So you guys made the choice. Decided what you're going to do, and you guys have been working on it, and yeah, and it's absolutely doing wonderfully. You guys are so excited with this 6 of Wands. You're feeling so good about this. You're feeling pretty stable in regards to it. There's a lot of passion going on with this wand right here and everything. A lot of passion, a lot of feelings, a lot of actively working on things, and this is actually really good. This is a really good reading. The challenge that's been between you guys here is this really just kind of focusing on what brings you joy. What brings you true joy to your soul, right? And it's like you guys had to sit back and decide whether this relationship was like that. You guys seem to be pretty, I'm going to say evolved, okay? You guys seem to be pretty evolved and pretty aware of things, aware of your connection to spirit, aware of your connection to this life, what it is, where you're going. And because of that, you guys have learned the value in, I'm going to do what brings me joy because that's what I'm here to do here on this planet. You're here to have joy. And if something doesn't bring you joy, you're not going to participate with it. And both of you seem to know this, which is awesome. That means you guys make a great pair because you have a similar understanding of this reality. So it seems to be really working. It hasn't been always easy between you two. Hasn't always been easy, but there's absolutely love there. There is absolutely love there. I believe you guys are finding, you're finding like shadow issues with each other. And so, which good relationships will do that usually. They will do that. They'll help each other through their shadow crap that comes up. And so now Capricorn here, we've got your card coming up here, the Devil reversed. So this is kind of like how you're feeling about the overall situation overall. And this is like the perspective that you're taking. And you've got the Devil reversed, which means it's kind of one of those, I'm letting go and letting it be as is. So you may have been a little invested in how this turned out before, but now what's happened is that you've come to the realization that you can't force this to happen. You can't force it. And you're willing to let go if needed. But mostly you're letting go of just like of your expectations of the outcome. And you're living in the here and now. Living in the here and now. I feel like there's been conflicts in the past between you guys that have been of the emotional nature. And that's why you guys were having to decide, do I want to continue to move forward with this or do I want to continue to do what we're doing here? And you guys made that decision. You're moving forward. Great. Your person is super thrilled. You know, this is what you don't realize about them. We've got the 8 of Wands. So they're super thrilled, super excited. They kind of want to like keep moving things forward a lot. You may not want to move forward that quickly, but they do. They definitely do want to move it as quickly as possible. This is a fast card right here. Fast card. And it also talks about a lot of communication. So if something happens and I'm going to say there's just a little explosion between you two, right? There's a little explosion. This person wants to make sure that you guys are communicating. They want to make sure that you're actually talking. This is, they don't want to give up. They don't want to give up on the whole thing. And they don't want you to give up on it either. But so they want to make sure that this gets the best chance possible. So the advice from Spirit here, we have the 6 of Cups reversed. This says, don't dwell on the past. Don't dwell on the past. Don't think about it too much. Or don't bring your past in with you, if that makes sense. So when I mentioned like shadow issues here and everything that you guys may be triggering in each other, a lot of times shadow issues come from stuff from previous relationships, many times from childhood. Where basically a lot of times that wound that never fully healed back, let's say in childhood, it will get triggered by this person on accident because it's never on purpose. It's not on purpose. They don't do it on purpose. It's part of your soul's thing that you have to get through it. But when it gets triggered and everything, it causes the wound to open and then bleed all over them, even though they're not the ones that originally caused that wound in the first place. It just gets triggered by some simple little thing. And they're like, oh my God, what just happened? So what Spirit's saying is, don't focus on the past. Don't leave the past where it belongs, in the past. That pain belongs to those situations from the past. So the outcome here, we've got the moon coming up. Something may be coming up here between the two of you here that's going to create some confusion. Some confusion and lack of understanding. We'll get some details on that. Confusion and lack of understanding. Things going into the dark, right? Things going into the dark. Let's get some details here. Let's see. So, what is the Lovers here for? Why is the Lovers here? What happened to bring the Lovers in here, please? That's what I thought. Okay, there we go. 10 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, so it's this whole, are we going to separate this? Are we going to tear it apart? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Just, there was no harmony with where you guys were at. And so you guys, like, seriously, you had to have a, I'm going to call it a come to Jesus talk. That's not really what it was, but it's like that intervention kind of talk going, hey, we're going down in flames. Did we want to talk about this first? And you guys did. You did. You had a discussion saying, well, this, when you do this, I feel this way. When you do that, I feel this way. And when you have those honest and frank discussions like that, it helped bring some things out in the open and things settled down. Yeah, things settled down. So I feel like it was just like kind of just getting rough there for a bit. All right, let's talk about, let's see, what's this Eight of Pentacles, please? Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Magician reversed. Gotcha. It's been hard not to give up on this. It's been hard not to give up. Because this is the challenge position. Challenge is working on it, right? Eight of Pentacles talks about like working steadily, being very steadfast and detailed, doing your life's work, that kind of thing. And so that's been the challenge between you guys, is working on it, not walking away from it, that kind of thing, right? And so why this is here is because you kept giving up on it. You felt like there was nowhere to go. There were no tools to fix this. That's what it felt like. Okay. Why is the Devil card here? Why is the Devil card here, please? Other than that, this is for Capricorn. Why is the Devil card here? Okay, good. Look at that, because you love them. King of Cups matches their Queen of Cups. Look at that. It's just energies, so male or female doesn't matter. It's because you love them. You love them, and yeah, this popped out while I was still thinking about that. The Strength card. And you want to make this work, and you're strong enough to make it work. You've got the willpower. Tell me about this Eight of Wands, please. Eight of Wands. Why is this here, please? Four of Pentacles. Okay, so, yeah, they want it to move quickly because they want to hold on to you. They don't want to lose you. This is somebody that's really holding on tight, right? They are holding on tight. They don't want to lose you at all. So, Capricorn, you may have been the party that tends to try and back out a lot, just due to past, issues. And they're going to try their best to make sure that you're happy, and of course that you guys work out and everything. So, tell me more about this Six of Cups. Why is the Six of Cups here, please? All right. We've got the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So like I had said, the advice was to not focus on the past, right? Leave the past where it was, because there is nothing there for you. There is nothing to be learned there in the past anymore. You've learned it, and you've got it. You're learning to let it go right here, and maybe they are too. I would caution, because I've got kind of a feeling that this person may be the type, and maybe this is a crotch watcher. What the fuck? Cross watcher. Maybe this is a cross watcher right here who's basically trying to give everything possible, but even sacrificing themselves to make this work. Don't do that. You'll regret it. It's always never worth it. Never is it worth it, because you want to be with somebody who will let you be you. Now, of course, you want to try and be the best you can possibly be, right? You want to be the best you could possibly be. But that doesn't mean walking on eggshells. That doesn't mean that you're not allowed to say anything because they'll flip out. That may be just for a very couple of you. So, FYI, that feeling snuck in there. Okay, so the moon. Why is the moon here? What's this? Why is the moon here for the outcome? Okay. Why is there confusion? Oh, okay. Come on. Why is the moon here? Thank you. Fascinating. Okay, so we've got that moon here again, but reversed. I'm thinking about that. Because the thing is that when you have cards that tend to do that, a lot of times it's kind of a, I said what I said, but it's also a, thing where it hasn't really been set. It hasn't been decided on. Okay, so the moon's coming up, and it's like you guys are being very open with each other, talking to each other with this moon reversed right here. Very open and talking to each other, but then more confusion occurs. More confusion occurs. Why? Why? Give me one more card, please. Ooh, jeez. Like, here, have 60. Seven of Swords, reversed. Okay. So the truth, basically what's going to happen is that, everything's going to be unloaded, right? Everything's going to be unloaded, in this whole, you guys are talking to each other, and you're making sure that everybody knows everything. Something's going to come out that's going to, it is the truth. It is absolutely the truth. And it's going to be like, well, now what do I do? So it's like it's going to be like surprising information. When you guys, because you guys are talking and everything, and surprising information's going to come out. Accepting the truth and not really knowing what to do with it. I do still feel like that this is a choice that's in the process of being made. It may not actually go through. But it's almost like this might be a little bit of a warning or something like that. So, the thing that's like popping in my head, just because I'm going to throw it out there because that's what this channel's for. The thing that pops in my head here, like this, what it makes me think of, just as an example. So of course this may not have anything to do with you, but it's going to be kind of like this, the exposure of information. It's like you two started seeing each other, you start talking to each other, you've decided, yes, we're going to really work on this and see if we can make this work. And yes, it's working awesome. We're being very open with each other. And then something's going to come out because you guys are being so open and communicative. Something like I'm going to say crazy, meaning like, you know, say this is a hetero couple, right? A hetero couple. And somebody comes out and goes, I'm actually gay. That kind of surprise. I'm actually gay. I'm really attracted to blah, 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 blah. Or whatever I am. And it's going to surprise everything, and it's going to create confusion going, well, now what? But then they're like, but I still love you. You know, I love being here. I enjoy being around you. So that's a really interesting scenario. But the thing is that it could be something else too. I'm not saying that that's going to be what it is, but that's what popped into my head. So it's going to be something surprising like that. That's really going to kind of just throw you for a loop here in a bit. So just make sure to keep talking. Leave the past out of it. Leave the past out of it. There is nothing there for you in the past. This is not the same. Not the same as what you experienced before. So let's get some advice from the Rebel deck here. Advice for pile 1, Capricorn, please, in regards to this reading. Advice for pile 1, Capricorn, please. Excuse me. Okay. Tantrums are for babies. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Still love you. Hugs and kisses. Grow the fuck up. Jesus Christ. I love this deck. It's such a great deck. So, basically it's one of those, watch your emotions from the past. The thing is that tantrums, you know, temper tantrums or whatever, tend to be because they're triggers from your past. Leave it out. Leave it out. And then the whole shut the fuck up. Yep. Talk. Listen. Listen. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Still love you. So, yeah. Yeah. That's all they say is related to that. Okay, let's do that then. And then we've got messages from Spirit here. What are the messages from Spirit on this one here? This one. Recognize the need to create healthy space between you and someone who is unhealthy. So, definitely about setting up boundaries. Setting up boundaries, making sure you guys have healthy space. If this person's a clingy kind of person, clingy, where he holds on to a lot, very hard, set the space of like, you know what, on Wednesday nights I go read a book at the library. Whatever, I'm just throwing something out there. You know, Wednesday nights I go play softball. On, you know, Wednesday, you know, I go bowling. I don't care. You do you on those specific nights. And this person must leave you alone to do it and trust you to do that. That's healthy boundaries. That's healthy boundaries. And there's a lot of people that have problems with that. But the thing is, it takes practice. Nobody's going to be perfect up front. It does take practice. Anybody who's watching this who, you know, we all have had our jealous moments, right? We've all had our jealous moments. I was a fucking psycho when I was in my 20s, you know, because I'm a Scorpio with a Leo moon. So, of course, I'm fucking psycho. So, or at least I was then. So, I'm not anymore. But it's definitely, you know, it takes practice and understanding and being confident in yourself and loving yourself to be able to let go of somebody if they don't want to be there. But Capricorn, you do want to be there. You do like this relationship. You do like being around this person. It's set to be good. So, set to be good. Got something a little bit surprising coming up. It doesn't look dangerous by any means, but it's just going to be surprising and kind of throw you for a little bit of a loop. So, all right, pile one, that's what I've got for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you. If this did resonate, hit that like button, please. And I will see y'all next time. Thanks. Bye. Hi, pile two. Welcome to your Capricorn reading. Love reading. So here are your cards. I have pre-shuffled and pulled them all out and everything ready to roll. That way then you didn't have to suffer through all my shuffling. And so before I get started, I wanted to mention that this is a general reading, okay? It's not personal, and you may or may not resonate with the whole thing. You may just resonate with a couple of, sentences or something. So go through the whole thing. If you do find something that does resonate, hit that like button, please. It does help me a lot. And yeah, so if it doesn't resonate at all, it's not your reading. Try one of the other cards, or you could try one of the other positions that are in your chart too for those readings. So let's get started. Okay, Page of Cups reversed. We've got the Two of Swords, Eight of Pentacles reversed, Five of Swords reversed, okay. King of Wands reversed, Temperance, Two of Wands, Page of Wands, and the Four of Swords. Okay. So, please, FYI, I usually will read the sign down this side, but if you're resonating with this side, fabulous. Just take it however you want. So, Capricorn, what we've got here is if something's going on where you're just like, I don't like that. I don't like that. With the Page of Cups reversed here. You are feeling like this is not something that's for you anymore. Yeah, you're feeling like this is not something that's for you. It almost kind of feels like this reading might even be for the cross watcher as well. So, a cross watcher who's trying to decide what to do with this situation. So, with Capricorn. And so, it's like, for any cross watcher or for your person, it's like they don't understand what's going on, or they're not willing to see it. It's like they don't want to see that you're kind of backing off. There is something about this Cap that you don't like. And so your person's just like, well, what should I do? What do I do about this whole thing? And just in the past, you guys have already done some... It's like it's not working. So typically I would say that this is like repair work to your guys' relationship, but I don't think that's the case this time. I think it's actually more of a situation where it's just not working at all. Not working at all. And it's like you guys had originally been fighting it, but the present energies are like, nope, I'm letting this go. I'm not even going to let this keep in my head here. This is like defeat. It's like the cycle is coming to an end here between the two of you. And you're coming to the end where finally you're just like, I'm not going to keep fighting this anymore. I'm going to admit defeat and move on. And it's because the passion really just isn't there. Or it's very jealous kind of stuff. Kind of jealous and unsure and... yeah, I think the passion's just gone. The passion's gone completely. And so it's like circumstances have changed. That's what I'm feeling like. Circumstances have changed between the two of you. Maybe somebody got a new job or something. Maybe somebody, moved or whatever. And it's like things have changed. And so now you guys had been together before, but now it's getting to the point where you guys are just kind of growing apart. Growing apart, and your person's trying to hang on to it a little bit. They don't want to see it happening, but they're getting to the point where they're going to start accepting this. So the energies for you here, Capricorn, is temperance. Backing off, keeping the balance for yourself. Not for yourself, but giving yourself a little bit of balance of everything, because maybe whatever changed situation, it made it so that this relationship was just too much at the time. Just too much for you. So you had to back off a bit. So what Capricorn doesn't know about their person is that we've got the Two of Wands here. Their person is slowly starting to look out that window and look for someone else. Slowly. Not very quickly, because this is still here. Like, I don't know if I want to do this. But this is just standing behind the window going, man, I wish it was a bit different. I wish this was different. It's almost like they're waiting. This is not a waiting card, but it's like they're sitting in the window with tears running down their eyes and it's raining outside. You know, one of those really sad kind of images that you see in videos and stuff. The depressed and looking out the window, feeling lonely. That's what this feels like right here. Eventually they're going to get up and move. Eventually they're going to get up and move. But the advice here from Spirit is we've got Page of Wands reversed. They're basically saying, yeah, this isn't something that really needs to be revived. It doesn't need to be revived. It's about done. So if you've been kind of hanging on to this person here, Cap. Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you've been kind of hanging on to this person, but not really, you've been still making phone calls, you've been still, with the occasional text message or whatever, you need to let it go. You need to stop with like the intense, it's not necessarily like you're leading them on, but it's not like you're letting them go either. So I think you guys need to have a discussion with each other about what the future is of your relationship, because it's looking like it should be about done. And it's not because you guys hate each other. I just feel like circumstances changed. I just think circumstances changed. Somebody moved, or somebody got a new job, or somebody did something. Something where you guys are not in close contact anymore, or you're not close enough to be together. Excuse me. Or, it's a deep feeling of somebody moved away. Somebody moved too far away. Because I know if you're in like a large city like Phoenix or LA or any of that type of stuff, I mean, you can go 100 miles and you're not quite across the whole town yet. You know what I mean? So that's really far. 50 miles is even far to drive. My husband and I, when we got together, I lived in the very northern part of Phoenix at the time, and he lived in the very southern part of Phoenix at the time. I mean, it was like a 60-mile drive to go see him. And I was just like, oh my God, why am I doing this? Well, it's because he's fucking amazing. But anyways, it's a rare situation. I mean, normally I would not have put up with that. So it's a long distance. And when you're that far away, it's really hard to get together sometimes. So I can't help but, feel like it's this. But what's the outcome here is we've got the Four of Swords here in reverse. The Four of Swords in reverse, which is fascinating because usually this indicates that there is what I feel like is that there's just going to be a lack of communication. What I feel like it sounds like is going to happen is that there's going to be a lack of communication and therefore no closure so that somebody can retreat and heal. No closure to be able to let them heal. Just go silent and which isn't good. I mean, you need to send a message and be like, I don't think this is going to work. I need to take some time. That kind of thing, and maybe that'll help with things. Let's get some details. Yeah, because it feels very abrupt stop. And this person's going to be left going, what the hell just happened? Because Cap, I know sometimes you can just shut the door and be okay. But doesn't mean this other person is. Let's do this here. What's causing this Page of Cups reversed here? What is this, please? Why is this Page of Cups reversed here? Chariot. Moving on. Moving on. So yeah, it feels like you're just moving to a different path. I'm going to say. Different path. Two of Swords. What's this? Why is the Two of Swords here? Gotcha. Yeah, so they're seeing that the end is coming up here. They're seeing at the closing of this cycle is here. And it's like they're like, no, I don't want to see it. Right? They don't want to see it. Tell me about this Five of Swords right here. Oh, okay. You've got Six of Wands reversed. Definitely not wanting to review or be seen or anything. I feel like it's like a feeling of guilt. It's like a feeling of guilt of something going on here. Guilt. It's because of me that this is happening. And I can't tell which side it's coming from. So it may just depend on your specific situation. But I feel like there is some guilt in there. All right, and let's see, what is the Temperance card here? What's the Temperance card here for, please? Two of Cups. Fascinating. Cap, did you find somebody else? I hear a no. I don't see that you found somebody new, but I feel like you're looking for someone who's a better fit. Who fits this Two of Cups, wonderful partnership type of position. Awesome partnership. Or maybe when you moved, it's just, I don't know, maybe you moved. If you moved, it's because of like a new work partnership, maybe. It could be that. You could also potentially have your eye on somebody else, or you just know that this just isn't going to work with this person. All right. Yeah, and I was just thinking, I was like, okay, so what's for this Page of Wands? Why is this advice here? And it says the Death card. Let it die. Let it die. If you're still holding on for this person, you need to close it out. You need to say, okay, I think it's time for us to move on. Close it out with them. Close it out and just say, I don't think we should talk anymore right now because we're moving on. Maybe we can be friends at a later date. If that's something you're interested in. Or just something we're going, I'm not going to keep this going. I'm backing out. And it'll close it for them. Four of Swords. Why is this here? Yeah, Four of Pentacles reversed. Letting go. Letting go, but unwillingly letting go. Yeah, so the thing is that so what'll happen is that this person will let go, especially when you back away fully here, Cap. This person will let go, but the thing is that they're not going to willingly let go. So there's no healing in it for them. They're going to refuse the healing until they... Now, this is their own thing. This is not about you, okay? Do not think that type of situation where they're saying, because of you, I feel this way. Because of you, I feel that way. No. It's a choice. How you feel is a choice. And so the thing is that it is never somebody else's responsibility how you feel. Never. And Cap, usually you're aware of this. Typically you're aware of this. So if this person starts throwing that kind of guilt at you, you know, that type of guilt trip or something at you, don't take it. Refuse it. Just be like, okay. So sometimes the strongest thing that you can say when somebody lets you have it is, okay. And not a word from there. Not a word. All right, let's do this here. We've got messages from Spirit here. Healing messages. For pile 2, please. Not all these. You have been through a tough time, but with strength and determination, you will recover. 100%. Every time. Even though you think you're not going to, you will. Guaranteed. And let's get some from the Rebel deck here. See if there's any other advice to go along with this. Any other advice for pile 3? Pile 2, excuse me. Any other advice for pile 2, please? Okay. Eat your fucking vegetables. Eat some shit made by Mother Nature. Okay. That usually means clean it up. Clean it up. Clean up your act. Clean up your life. Get all the clutter out. Get all the clutter out. Clean your kitchen if you want. You know, that kind of thing. Because a lot of times cleaning actually has a very healthy connotation to it. It actually changes your vibration when you are cleaning up your house or where you live. And you're moving, say you're moving out all this stuff for this person. And you're moving all that stuff into a box. Here you go. Get it out of your face. Because then what happens is that then you're not reminded anymore. So say you have a painting that you guys, went to one of those, paint and sip things. You have a painting on the wall that reminds you of dating that person. Take it off the wall. Go paint another one. Do it on your own. I have found that to be one of the most refreshing practices in my life. Because I tend to hold on to things. I tend to hold on to things that have specific memories associated. And as I've gotten older, I've started to realize I don't need to remember that. I don't need to remember that. I don't need to hold on to that one thing that, I'm only holding on to it because it was such a big part of my life then. I mean, I'd take a picture of it and just save a picture of it, maybe in your Google Photos or something like that. But me, I'm just like, oh, get rid of it. Get rid of it. I don't need it anymore. But I tend to be the type that doesn't really do much with, like, a bunch of shit. So... Alright, Cap, that's what I've got for you today. If this did resonate, please hit that like button. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your Capricorn love reading. So here are your cards. They have been pre-selected, so you don't have to wait through my shuffling or anything like that. But before I get to this here, I just want to let you know this is a general reading, so just take what resonates, leave the rest. It could even just be a couple of sentences that like really hits you, so hits you in the feels. If that does happen though, yeah, please hit that like button. It really does help me. So let's get started. All right. So we've got the King of Pentacles reversed. And the Five of Cups, okay. Ten of Swords, The Moon, I'm going to scoot this up. The Moon, the Hermit, okay. The Lovers reversed, okay. Knight of Swords reversed, Seven of Swords reversed, and the Eight of Swords was reversed. Oof, Cap. So It's looking like you and your person are not talking right now. You guys are not talking. And you're not doing so well with that. You don't really like that very much with this King of Pentacles reversed. You're feeling pretty thrown off balance. You've been thrown off balance. And I feel like you're... I feel like you are realizing that this relationship meant really a lot to you. And even though you knew this, you knew this at the time and everything, but but it's really like striking deep how much this relationship meant to you. Just because you are in a really uncomfortable spot right now. And you're not used to being like that. You're used to being pretty, calm, collected, in control, that kind of thing. But you're not feeling that way. And your person, they've got a lot of regret and sadness here going on with this Five of Cups. A lot of regret and sadness. They're regretting some of the things that they said. They are regretting some of the things they said, maybe that what they did. They're feeling like they've thrown it away, thrown something that was of value away. And so it's hanging on their heart too. Now, just because you guys are, upset that you guys are separate, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that you should get back together. That's not what I'm trying to say. But the thing is that if it ended very suddenly and say there's not been any sort of like conclusion to everything, you guys have been kind of left out in the open, that kind of thing, it tends to make people feel unsettled like this. So right here in the past, we've got the Ten of Swords. This is where it ended. In the past. It ended. It was basically what your relationship used to be has been destroyed. It will never be like that again. Just because it's kind of like when you crunch up paper like this, you can't uncrumple it. It will never be the same. It doesn't mean that you guys can't get back together. That's not what I'm trying to say either. But what I'm trying to say is that the relationship has transitioned into another stage. Now that stage could be a 100% ending, or it could be you might transition into something else, which we'll find out. I mean, let's take a look at this. So in the present energies, both of you are like, I don't even know what happened. This is confusion here. This is confusion, having no idea what just happened. Like, I thought everything was going okay. I thought everything was going okay. And so suddenly, just shit hit the fan. It's like shit hit the fan. And you guys were just left standing there going, I don't even know what just happened, but I just got poop on my face. So... that's really weird humor. But anyways, okay. So you guys are standing there and you're just like, oh my God. There's a lot of regret. A lot of kind of sadness in regards to the whole thing. The challenge here, we've got the Hermit. This is where you guys are by yourselves. Not talking. Can be a cold shoulder type situation. Could also be that people are really starting, you or them or both, are looking deep within at yourselves to see what you can see, to see what you feel, to see who you really are, what it is that you really want. Cap, you have been in review about what you really want. We've got the Lovers reversed here. The Lovers card isn't necessarily having to do with lovers, okay? It's talking about two major paths, usually. Making a choice. One side or the other. Do I want to take the right fork or the left fork? And it does change your path because you're making an important decision on something. And this right here says that you've already made it. This says you've made it. Now, you've made this decision, and you're feeling uncomfortable and confused. This is where I think that you're realizing, this is why I feel that you are realizing that this person meant more to you than you really expected. So what you don't know about your person, what I feel like here, so we've got the Knight of Swords reversed, right? What I feel like, Capricorn, is I feel like you may be thinking, oh, well, they'll come back. They'll come back. They'll send me a message. They'll say hi. They'll, do whatever. And this right here says, no, they're not. So if you want to say something, if you have something to say, you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to do it. And the advice from Spirit here, we have the Seven of Swords reversed. What they're saying is, tell them the truth. Tell them the truth about what happened and what you're feeling and everything like that. Just tell them the truth. And it's not like you didn't tell the truth in the past. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that you may have not mentioned, how much you appreciated this person in the past. Maybe. And to tell them, what you've been thinking lately, now that you guys have had some time apart, might be a good thing. Might be something that'll really help the situation. So the outcome we have here, we have the Eight of Swords reversed. That's good news. That's good news because I guess no matter what happens with this relationship, no matter what, that means that you guys are going to stop thinking about this particular situation so much. You're not going to be so trapped about it. So I'm going to get some details on this just because I want to know how we get to this and what does that actually mean? Does that mean that we just put it back in a cupboard and said, well, I'm never going to think about this again? Or is somebody going to reach out to each other? That's what I want to find out. Let's get some details. All right. We're going to get some details all the way around. Okay, so why is this King of Pentacles here? Ooh, that was quick. So we've got Temperance reversed. We've got the Eight of Pentacles and the Death card. So this right here, this Death card, is the transition that you guys are going through right now. This is the transition. Death doesn't mean you're going to die. It just means that the old way that this relationship used to be, or that you used to be, died. So you may have changed yourself, and now suddenly you're not comfortable. You may have changed yourself. And you're finding that you want to work on it. With this Eight of Pentacles here, you want to work on it, and you want to come out of hiding, I'm going to say. Come out of hiding. You no longer want to hold back. You no longer want to temper your behaviors when it comes to this person. And that's what's making you uncomfortable. You've changed. Change is good. Change is good. It sucks. Gonna be very honest with you. It sucks. Anybody who says that change is easy and, oh, I like change. No, you don't. Nobody likes change. We like the after effects of the change. Yes, we like the positive things that come out of change. Yes, absolutely. But we do not like the process because we like being what we are. Until finally we can convince ourselves to be something else. And making that change to do so is difficult. What's this Five of Cups, please? Five of Cups. Almost. That was almost it. Five of Cups, please. Eight of Cups. Wow. Okay, so they regret walking away. They do regret walking away from you. 100%. They regret the fact that this ended. So because I feel like whatever happened between you guys, it was definitely a, two-party thing. It wasn't one person's fault over the other. I feel like it was a two-party thing because the thing is that Capricorn, you have also changed. And now you're like, oh, I did like that. I did like that relationship. It was good. All right, show me the moon. Why is the moon here? Interesting. 3 of Wands. Yeah. Confusion going on because we've got the 3 of Wands where you're sitting back and just kind of waiting. Just kind of waiting to see what'll happen. Will the other person reach out? I don't know. Well, why haven't they reached out yet? I don't know. That's the whole where you start fighting with yourself. Am I good enough? Am I that much of an asshole? That kind of thing. That kind of confusion is what's coming up here. Okay, what's this Lover's card, please? Why is the Lover's card here? Why is the Lover's card here, please? Oof. We're not taking that whole thing? Yep, just the top. That's what I thought. 10 of Wands. Gotcha. 10 of Wands. So, you've made a choice, right? You've made a choice and you've decided that you're going to put in the work. This is putting in some work. This is some hard work. Don't get me wrong. But you've decided that you're going to put in the work on this. Look at how, like, she looks pretty actually excited to do the work. This chick does. Most of the time, this card in, like, other decks, it's usually one of those, oh my god, these 10 wands are so heavy. And she's like, bitch, I'm carrying this with style. Just like a Capricorn, right? Damn right. Tell me about this Knight of Swords. Why is the Knight of Swords here? Why is the Knight of Swords here, please? Oh my goodness, okay. 2 cards. Bloop. We've got 5 of Swords and 6 of Cups. Gotcha. Okay, so they're not wanting to come back because they are haunted by their own memories of what happened. They're haunted about it. Definitely haunted by their own memories about this situation. So they're afraid. I mean, I'm going to say afraid. I mean, not afraid of like being harmed or anything like that, but you know, emotionally, they're wanting to protect their heart, that kind of thing. Okay, this one's pretty obvious. Let's see this 8 of Swords. Why is this 8 of Swords here? Why is this 8 of Swords here? There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay. We've got 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups. Yes. No more worry is happening. No more being trapped in your head is happening because you guys are going to be talking. You guys will be talking with this 2 of Cups here. Somebody's going to reach out. I feel like it's you, Cap. And I think that you'll be successful if you do. I do think that. So if you feel that that does resonate, take it and run with it. Get her done. Get her done. Showing my age here. Anyway. So some advice here from the Couples Rebel deck here. Advice. Oh, that was quick. This card always cracks me up every time it fucking comes out. So the Couples deck is actually a lot more lighthearted than the regular Rebel deck. What's their advice? Have sex. Do you really need to have a card for this? You know, sometimes the universe likes to slap you in the face, and the Rebel deck is the perfect medium to do so. So hopefully that means something for you. I'm not going to go too deep into that because it's not that kind of channel. I don't really go into that stuff. But yeah, so we're going to do that. And Cap, I'm going to get some messages from the heart from your person here. Now, if this is a cross watcher watching this, this is going to be messages from your person, your Capricorn, okay? So it's going to be from either way. Because typically I read this side as Capricorn, but if you're resonating over here, fabulous. If you're a cross watcher and you're over here, yeah. All right, messages from the heart from the viewer's person, please. Messages from the heart from the viewer's person. There we go. We've got a few. All right. You are all I desire. I like it. I will wait for you as long as I have to. Capricorn, or whoever's watching this, reach out. I'm afraid of losing you. And I enjoy your company, but don't want a commitment. I feel like this one right here, I enjoy your company, but don't want a commitment. I feel like that's more of a, don't lock me into this until I'm ready. Which, of course it says that, Jessica, but I'm really saying that doesn't mean that they're always going to be in that position of, I don't want a commitment. They may be in that position right now because both of you are in fear-based spots. You're both scared of each other. You're scared that the other's going to break your heart. So, of course you don't want a commitment with somebody who's going to break your heart. So, but the thing is that doesn't mean that you can't make it so that you start to trust them with this Two of Cups. This is the soulmate card. Excellent rainbows and butterflies relationship. So, it just may mean that they may want to take things a little bit slower this time. Or a don't hold me down on on this certain promise or whatever, as long as the truth is out there. As long as the truth is out there. All right, Capricorn, that's what I've got for you today. Thank you so much for being here. And if you did resonate with this, hit that like button. And I will see y'all next time. Thanks. Bye. Hi, Pile 4. Welcome to your Capricorn love reading. So these are your cards. I have shuffled them and gotten them ready here. That way then you don't have to go through all the shuffling from me. But before I get started with this whole thing, please note that this is a general reading, not a personal reading. So take what resonates, leave the rest that doesn't match with your situation, and move on. And so if it does hit your situation and everything, it does like hit a piece of what's going on, hit that like button, please. And it does help me in regards to the YouTube algorithm. So let's get started. All right, so we've got the World reversed, the Hermit reversed, okay. The Chariot reversed. Eight of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Nine of Cups. The Wheel reversed. Nine of Swords reversed. The Devil. And the Sun. Wow, this is it's very serendipitous, really. Very serendipitous. I kind of like this. So, Capricorn, I'm going to recap on this side, okay? If you resonate with this side, fabulous. Go with that side. So Cap, what we've got here is we've got the World reversed. When it comes to your person, you are not done. You are not done. You are not stopping that. That cycle's not done. You guys are still working on it. It looks like you guys are getting ready to work on it. And so, because we've got for them, they're just like, yep, I'm not going to be alone anymore. with this Hermit reversed here. Not going to be alone anymore. I no longer need to be back in my cave, you know, trying to save myself from pain or whatever, or figure out the mysteries of the earth. You guys are coming back together. And what had happened in the past here with the Chariot reverse is that it just kind of suddenly came to a complete stop. There was nothing going on, and there was no wish for forward movement in this relationship. There was none. No wish for forward movement in the past. Now, present energies, we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. This is repair work. So you guys have decided to work on your relationship. You guys have decided to reconcile. This is coming back together after a breakup or something of that sort. Quiet time, whatever's happening. Maybe you guys just took a break. And you're coming back together, and you guys are actively working on the relationship together. So it's really actually pretty cool. So the challenge in this situation here is expressing your emotions. What I specifically look at with this card is, you see how like her heart is all shiny and she's like, emotions, right? Yeah, letting your emotions be known and be bright, shiny, and happy and that kind of thing. You guys may be finding it a little bit hard to fully express yourself, just because you have fear that there's, you know, that you're going to get hurt, or, you know, that type of thing. So that's the biggest thing. But you guys are actively trying to come together, because this phase is not over with you guys. It's not over. And you both seem to be okay with that. You both seem to be okay with that. And the outcome looks really good with this Sun card. So where you are at here, Capricorn, we've got the Wheel reversed. Yeah, let's stop that wheel from moving, because when the wheel's moving, you've got chaos. Got a little bit of chaos going. So you're like, whoop, stop this, right? Maybe you guys were on the verge of a split too. It's possible. And so you came to a stop. Now what you don't know about them here, Cap, is that they are not stressed out about this anymore. They're not up crying at night. They're not, you know, anything like that in regards to this anymore. They're not, what I feel like is that they're not worried that this will fail. And that I feel like in your guys' time that you guys have not been talking, they've come to terms with themselves, right? So typically when this Hermit is right side up, it's talking about somebody coming to their own center and being comfortable with themselves and not needing anybody else. So it's possible that they've come to that kind of space, so they're not this anxious, needy kind of person with that this Nine of Swords tends to be. So that's what you don't know, is that they've changed that about themselves just because of whatever had happened between you guys. So the advice from Spirit, we've got the Devil card. That is you, Capricorn. Your card is the Devil card. This is advice basically. I don't think it has anything to do with the actual traditional meaning of this card, and I think it has to do with just the imagery, okay? And not with that guy right here. But basically the whole reach out. Reach out. Hold your hand out. See, just what I see is just somebody, here, hold my hand while we talk about this. And what it does is it sets up a connection, right? It resets up the connection. What happens is that your energies then intertwine when you do that. Your energies intertwine, and you guys are more likely to understand each other when you're holding each other's hands. So, because you guys are working on it, right? You're repairing your relationship. So you're definitely working on it. So maybe that's something, maybe that's just the advice that you're here for, is that hold their hand while you're having a hard discussion. Even if it's not a hard discussion, just sit there and hold their hand and Show them that you care and that you're there. Like actively. So. And with all the work and everything, the way that things are going, you've got a good outcome coming with this Sun card. The happiest card in the deck. Happiness. Yeah, I think that, so this is really good. I like this. Let's get some details on a couple of these cards here. I like when readings come out like this. It always amazes me with tarot. It always amazes me that these cards come out with these, you know, incredible stories. It's an incredible divination tool. These stories, and they all, and it just like matches with whatever's going on. It's like, how did that happen? Well, I know how that happened, but the thing is, it's still, my brain is just in awe of it. I just love it. I love how powerful things are. We are far more powerful than you could have ever imagined. All of us, every single one of us are far more powerful, but what happens is that when you're born, they make you forget it. They make you forget it. So you spend your life, you go through your life, and some of us are just like, well, I want to remember. And that's why we're here. All right, so tell me more about this, let's see here, 8 of Pentacles, please. Tell me about the 8 of Pentacles, please. What are we working on? 8 of Pentacles. That one. Gotcha. Yep. 7 of Pentacles. So basically it's just a bunch of just kind of working and being patient with each other. Being patient with each other and understanding that sometimes you need to plant seeds that are going to take a while. And sometimes you just have to wait. And you have to go for the long haul without giving up on it. Alright, tell me about this 9 of Cups. Why is that the challenge here? What's this 9 of Cups? Yeah, okay. 10 of Swords reversed. Yeah, so because of the past betrayal, which you guys are now past, you're now like through that, which is why this is upside down. You're through the betrayal of the past, that the hurt is essentially gone. But the thing is that because of this hurt between you guys are struggling, which I fucking said that earlier. So didn't need a card to tell you that. But, you know, they're confirming for me, so great. Let's go with the wheel. Why is the wheel here, please? For Capricorn. Why is the wheel here? The Wheel of Fortune. Oh. Gotcha. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so what I saw as this card was coming out, and you can kind of see it here. What I saw when this card was coming out, you felt that you had lost what was... so it's the Wheel of Fortune, right? So one thinks automatically of money and things that are of worth, right? So right here, it's like because you felt you had lost what... You had lost what was like your biggest valuable... I hate to say this because it's like really the wrong way to present this. But most valuable asset was this relationship to you. The relationship was very valuable to you. And not in a monetary sense, but in a heart sense. 3 of Swords reversed. 3 of Swords reversed. So you were actually pretty brokenhearted regarding this whole situation here, Cap. You were pretty brokenhearted about the whole thing, and you wanted to unbreak your heart here. Which is awesome. Okay. So, why is this 9 of Swords here? Why is the 9 of Swords here, please? Why is it Nine of Swords here? Nine of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Interesting. 2 nines in reverse. Okay, gotcha. So before, like when they were like real skittish and nervous, right? Your person was real skittish and nervous and everything, and now they're not, right? So this is showing that they're not real skittish and nervous just because they're not afraid of being single, being by themselves. You know, the Nine of Pentacles typically is my, you know, all my single ladies cards kind of thing. So it represents a lot of times being single by yourself, empowered by yourself. And before they were not. Before they were not, but now they are. Now they are. Tell me more about this Devil card, please. Here we go. We've got Three of Cups reversed. Okay, so this is giving the impression that that their advice is that they need to be talking to you, Capricorn. They need to be talking to you, not to their friends, about this situation. I feel like their friends are, their friends might be saying things that aren't helping. Yeah, saying things that aren't helping. All right, so let's get some advice from the Rebel deck, because this is pretty obvious with the Sun card, the beautiful, happy. We're not going to question beautiful, happy, because it's fine. We like beautiful and happy. All right, so what's the advice here for pile 4, please? Advice for pile 4. Yellow. Thank you. Okay. Want shit to be different? Change yourself first. That's what they did. They did do this. Now the thing is that it's not just up to them. So Cap, make sure that you've made your changes. We haven't gone over any of that stuff, so you may have made changes. But basically, a good quote that you can go by is, nothing changes if nothing changes. Right? Yes. And we'll get some messages from Spirit here. Healing messages from Spirit. Give me a card, please, regarding this reading. Thank you. Or 3. All right. Okay. Vulnerability is a strength. 100%. While you guys are working on this, being vulnerable is a good thing. And you know what the thing is? That it's okay to be upset with something. And this is probably just my own experience with my Capricorn dad talking. But the thing is that, Cap, you may want to be okay with them being vulnerable too. Okay? Because the thing is that, you know, people try their best to be strong, but vulnerability is a strength. Because what happens is that when you bring it out in the open, you're now able to talk about it and work through it. And then suddenly you're stronger than you were just 2 minutes ago. That's why it's a strength. Living in victimhood is not a strength. Okay? I don't know why I'm pointing at this person, why I'm saying that. But maybe they were doing that before. But now they're not. Now they're not. Be careful of compromising yourself just to be connected to someone. You are never alone. I think that's big advice here for this pile, this side. Do not compromise yourself just to be connected to someone. Now the thing is that, you know, they have figured out, this side has figured out who they are, right? They figured out who they are. They're not afraid to be by themselves or anything like that. So good. It's wonderful. Somewhere you lost who you are. Time to return to yourself and nurture that part of you that needs breathing room. I feel like that's what happened in the past. So I can't help but wonder if this is not a suggestion through this repair process that to make sure you guys keep your, healthy space. Keep your healthy space. You do not have to be around each other 100% of the time or even 90% of the time. It's okay. You can do 50% of the time. Nobody cares. Do what you guys feel is right. And you know what? If you guys have, similar interests, fabulous. And you can go and do things together then. But don't just drop, Wednesday night softball, just because you guys are back together. Don't do that. That's one of the worst things you could do. That's probably one of the biggest mistakes that I always did when I was young. Because I had, softball a couple nights a week or whatever, and then I had dance, and I had a bunch of other stuff, and I stopped doing all that stuff because I'd get a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever, and I stopped being me when I was young. I stopped doing that. I even still do that to this day, but it's because I have kids. Moms tend to struggle with this hardcore, so the thing is that I'm still fighting that battle. But anyways, this is not about me, this is about you. With that being said, we're done here. So thank you very much for being here. I do appreciate you, and I will see y'all next time. Thanks. Bye.